He inherited $847,000 and lost it all in 18 months. Here's the psychology that destroyed him. When Marcus Bennett's uncle died and left him $847,000, everyone at the Ford dealership where he worked called him the luckiest guy in Pennsylvania. 18 months later, Marcus was sleeping on his sister's couch with $1,200 in his bank account and no idea where it all went. This isn't a story about drugs, gambling, or Bitcoin. Marcus didn't get scammed. He didn't make one catastrophic mistake. What happened to Marcus happens to 70% of lottery winners and 90% of people who inherit sudden wealth. It's called sudden wealth syndrome, and it's driven by psychological triggers most Americans don't even know exist. Here's what really happened and why you need to understand this even if you've never inherited a dime. If you want to understand money through real psychology and real stories, not the generic advice you get everywhere else, hit subscribe. We break down the economics and psychology behind wealth every single week. This story is going to show you the invisible traps that destroy people financially. Let's get into it. Full story plus economic breakdown. The inheritance. Let's rewind to March 14, 2019. Marcus is 34 years old, living in a rented duplex in Reading, Pennsylvania. He's a service advisor at Chapman Ford. Basically, he's the guy who tells you oil change is going to cost $89 and your transmission needs $3,000 for $100 worth of work. He makes $43,000 a year. He's got $6,700 in credit card debt. His 2011 Honda Civic has 167,000 miles on it. He's not broke, but he's firmly stuck in what economists call the middle income trap, making just enough to survive, but never enough to get ahead. Marcus hasn't seen his uncle Robert in 4 years. Robert was his dad's older brother, a guy who never married, never had kids, and worked as an engineer at Boeing for 38 years. The family always knew Robert was comfortable, but nobody talked about money. Then Marcus gets the call from a lawyer's office in Pittsburgh. Uncle Robert died of a heart attack at 71, and he left everything to Marcus. The house sold for $340,000. The retirement accounts, stocks, and savings totaled another $507,000. After estate taxes and legal fees, Marcus is wiring $847,000 into his checking account. Economic concept number 1, the wealth shock. When someone goes from a stable income to sudden massive wealth, their brain doesn't adjust instantly. Behavioral economists call this mental accounting failure. Your brain has been calibrated to manage $43,000 a year. Suddenly managing $847,000 requires completely different neural pathways Marcus hasn't built. Studies from the Journal of Financial Planning show that people who receive sudden wealth spend it 230% faster than people who accumulate wealth slowly. Why? Because slow wealth builders develop what's called financial immune systems. They make mistakes with $10,000, learn, then make better decisions with $50,000. Marcus just got handed the final exam without taking the class. The first 30 days, Marcus tells himself he's going to be smart. He's not going to be like those idiots who blow lottery winnings. He's heard the stories. But here's what happens in the first 30 days. Week 1, Marcus pays off his $6,700 credit card debt. Smart move. Then he pays off his sister's $4,200 medical bill. Also reasonable, she helped him through tough times. Week 2, Marcus buys a 2024 Ram 1500 TRX, fully loaded. $87,000. He tells himself he works at a dealership, he deserves a good truck, and he got a deal at $81,000 because of his employee connections. Week 3, Marcus moves out of his duplex into a 2,400 square foot house he's renting for $2,800 a month. The duplex was $950. He justifies it. I can finally have space. I've earned this. Week 4, Marcus takes his girlfriend Amber to Cancun for a week. All-inclusive resort, first-class flights. $8,500 total. We never get to do anything nice, he tells her. At the end of 30 days, Marcus has spent or committed to $106,000. He's not worried. He's still got $741,000. Economic concept number 2. Lifestyle inflation and the hedonic treadmill. Lifestyle inflation is when your spending rises to match your income. But Marcus didn't just inflate, he exploded his lifestyle. Here's the psychology. When you're used to scarcity, abundance feels like permission. Marcus spent 15 years denying himself. Now he's not just buying things, he's buying the feeling of not being the guy who has to worry anymore. The hedonic treadmill is the phenomenon where people return to a baseline level of happiness despite positive and negative life changes. That $87,000 truck. Research shows the happiness spike lasts about 11 days. Then it becomes normal. Then Marcus needs the next hit. The rental house, after 3 weeks, it's just home. The vacation, a memory by month 2. But the financial commitments are permanent. The friend group. Here's where things accelerate. Marcus has always been the broke friend, the guy who orders water at restaurants, the guy who says I'm good when everyone's going to the bar. Now, Marcus is buying rounds. Marcus is picking up dinner tabs. Marcus is the guy with the truck and the house and the Cancun stories. And people notice. Tyler, Marcus's friend from high school, now a plumber, struggling with his own business. Tyler mentions he needs $15,000 to buy a used work van. Just a loan, bro. I'll pay you back in 6 months. Marcus lends him $15,000. No contract, no collateral, just Venmo. Amber's best friend Jessica, she's starting a boutique clothing business. Needs $20,000 for inventory and a small retail space. This is going to blow up. Marcus, you'd be an investor, not just lending money. Marcus writes a $20,000 check. Marcus's cousin Devon got laid off, behind on rent, about to be evicted with his 2 kids, needs $3,800. Marcus sends it immediately. This one feels non-negotiable. It's family. Marcus's mom doesn't ask directly, but mentions her roof is leaking and the quote is $12,000. She says she figure it out. Marcus pays for the roof. In 3 months, Marcus has given or loaned out $50,800. Not $1 has been paid back. Economic concept number 3. Social capital versus financial capital. When you suddenly have money, people around you start converting social capital relationships, favors, emotional bonds into financial capital, your money. Most people don't do this maliciously. They genuinely believe. Marcus has so much. This is nothing to him. I do the same for him. This is a real emergency. But here's the trap. Marcus doesn't know how to say no without feeling like he's betraying who he is. Studies show that lottery winners lose an average of 34% of their social circle within 2 years, but not because they become jerks. It's because they either give too much and get resentful, say no and get accused of changing. Marcus is in category 1. He's hemorrhaging money to maintain relationships that were never actually built on his wealth in the first place. And psychologically, every time Marcus gives money, he gets a dopamine hit. He's the hero, the provider, the successful one. It's addictive. By month 6, Marcus has spent $106,000 on lifestyle inflation, given away $50,800 to friends and family, still has $690,200. He's not worried yet. He tells himself he's being generous, not reckless. The unraveling. The business idea. Marcus has been at the dealership for 11 years. He's tired of it. Tired of his manager. Tired of the customers. Tired of feeling like he's just a cog. Now he's got money. Real money. Enough to actually do something. Marcus's buddy from the gym, a guy named Connor, has been flipping houses for 3 years. Connor drives a Porsche Cayenne, posts Instagram stories from job sites, talks about passive income and building wealth through real estate. This is the sunk cost fallacy, continuing a behavior because of previously invested resources, even when it's no longer rational. By month 16, Marcus has $400,200 remaining, $3,000 in new car debt, a fiancé who thinks they're on stable ground, no actual income growth still at the dealership, but now barely showing up. Marcus is still not panicking. $400,000 is still life-changing money. He just needs to be smarter about the next move. The final collapse. Month 17. Marcus quits the dealership. He's been daydreaming about this for months. He's got $400,000. He doesn't need to work a job he hates. He'll focus on investing full-time. Amber is supportive but nervous. "Are you sure?" she asks. "Baby, I've got this," Marcus says. What Marcus doesn't calculate. Without the dealership income, $43,000 a year, Marcus's burn rate is now entirely on his inheritance. Monthly expenses. Rent, $3,100. Car payment, $127. Car insurance Porsche, $340. Utilities, phone, internet, $380. Food, gas, entertainment, $1,800. Amber's expenses. She makes $34,000, but they split things unevenly. $900. Health insurance no longer through employer, $620. Total, $7,267 a month. That's $87,204 per year than Marcus was making at the dealership. Marcus thinks he'll make money investing, so it'll balance out. But here's what happens. Month 17, Marcus puts $80,000 into a friend of a friend's crypto arbitrage fund, promises 4% monthly returns. It's a Ponzi scheme. The fund collapses in month 19. Marcus loses $80,000. Month 18, Marcus tries day trading stocks. Loses $23,000 in 6 weeks. Month 18, Tyler finally admits he's not paying back the $15,000. His van got repossessed. He's bankrupt. Month 18, Jessica's boutique closes. She can't pay Marcus back either. Month 19. Amber gets pregnant, unexpected. But they're engaged, so they're keeping the baby. Now Marcus is thinking about diapers, cribs, medical bills. Month 19. Marcus's mom needs $7,500 for a medical procedure. He sends it, no hesitation. By month 20, Marcus has $186,000 left. He finally panics. He tries to get his job back at the dealership. They've already filled his position. He applies to other dealership stakes 3 months to land a new service advisor role at $38,000 per year than before. By month 22, he's down to $94,000. Amber has the baby. Medical bills, $8,400 after insurance. By month 24, Marcus has $11,200 left. He can't afford the $3,100 rent anymore. He and Amber move into her mom's basement. By month 26, the inheritance is gone. Economic concept number 6, the wealth depletion spiral. Once your burn rate exceeds your income and your reserves start declining, psychological panic accelerates bad decisions. Marcus started making desperate moves. High-risk investments, crypto scam. Emotional decisions, day trading while stressed. Inability to say no mom's medical bills, even when broke. This is called the wealth depletion spiral. You're not just losing money, you're losing decision-making capacity. Studies show that financial stress reduces cognitive function by up to 13 IQ points. Marcus wasn't dumb. He was cognitively impaired by panic. Act 3. The aftermath and lessons where Marcus is now. It's 2025. Marcus is 39. He's still working at the dealership, different one, same job. Makes $41,000 now. He, Amber, and their daughters Zoe live at a small rental house, $1,400 a month. Marcus drives a 2016 Toyota Camry. Amber drives a 2018 Dacia X5. They're not broke. But they're back to where Marcus started, maybe worse, because now he knows what having money felt like. The psychological damage is real. Marcus has PTSD around money. He avoids checking his bank account. His relationship with Amber is strained. She resents the money he gave away. He resents that she doesn't understand the pressure he felt. He doesn't talk to Tyler or Jessica anymore. His mom feels guilty, but doesn't know how to bring it up. Marcus gains something, though. Clarity. He knows exactly what destroyed him. And it wasn't the money, it was the psychology he brought to the money. The 8 psychological traps that destroyed Marcus. Identity shift without skills. He became the rich guy without learning to manage wealth. Lifestyle inflation acceleration. Jumped from $43,000 lifestyle to $87,000 lifestyle instantly. Social pressure weaponization. Couldn't say no without feeling like a bad person. Illusion of infinite resources. $847,000 felt unlimited. It wasn't. Overconfidence from luck. Mistook inheritance for financial intelligence. Loss of income discipline. Quit his job without replacing income first. Emotional decision making. Every major choice was driven by feelings, not math. Sunk cost escalation. Kept investing in bad ideas to justify previous losses. Economic concept number 7, the survival rate of sudden wealth. Research from the National Endowment for Financial Education shows 70% of lottery winners go broke within 5 years. 90% of inherited wealth is gone by the 3rd generation. 60% of NFL players are broke within 5 years of retirement. Why? Same reason as Marcus. Sudden wealth without financial literacy is a curse, not a blessing. The people who preserve sudden wealth do these things. Freeze for 6 months. Don't touch the money except for true emergencies. Hire a fiduciary financial advisor, not a friend, not a relative, a professional with legal obligation to act in your interest. Live off 3 to 4% per year. $847,000 at 4% equals $33,880 a year forever. Marcus could have kept his job, lived modestly, and had a cushion for life. Create artificial barriers, put money in trusts, CDIS, accounts that are hard to access impulsively. Marcus did none of this. Chapter 8. What this means for you. You might be thinking, I'll never inherit $847,000, so this doesn't apply to me. Wrong. This applies to every financial windfall. Tax refund $3,000. Work bonus $8,000. Stimulus check $1,200. Settlement from an accident $25,000. Selling your house $150,000 profit. The psychology is identical. The scale is just different. Here's what you should do. If you ever receive sudden money, any amount, do nothing for 30 days. Put it in a high-yield savings account. Don't tell people, let your brain adjust. Subtract your debts first. If you owe $10,000 and receive $15,000, you have $5,000, not $15,000. Get debt-free before thinking about anything else. Build a 6-month emergency fund. Boring. Necessary. This is your shield against desperation. Live off 4% per year max. If you have $100,000 after debts, an emergency fund, that's $4,000 a year. Anything more is eroding your foundation. Ignore everyone's opportunities. Friends, family, strangers, they all become financial advisors when you have money. Say no to 99% of them. Hire a fiduciary. Not your uncle who knows stocks. A certified fiduciary financial planner who legally must act in your interest. The brutal truth, most people are one windfall away from destroying their lives financially, not because they're dumb, but because they've never practiced wealth management. You don't get good at handling $100,000 by suddenly receiving $100,000. You get good by handling $1,000 responsibly, then $5,000, then $10,000. Marcus skipped all the training levels and went straight to the final boss. He lost the final question. If you received $847,000 tomorrow, would you do better than Marcus? Honestly, most people wouldn't. And that's not an insult, it's a warning. The only way to beat this trap is to prepare before the windfall, not after. Marcus's story is real. The names and details are changed, but I interviewed him for 3 hours to get this right. He wanted me to share it. If this hit you differently than typical finance content, that's because we don't do surface level advice here. We go deep into the psychology and economics behind real financial decisions. Hit subscribe if you want more stories like this. Drop a comment and tell me, what would you have done with the $847,000? Be honest. Next week, we're breaking down the story of a teacher who retired at 47 by understanding one economic principle most people ignore their entire lives. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.